Hey, what's up guys, my name is Anshul and this is my review for this Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 smartphone. I have been using this device from the past 4 months, and again I have been using this alongside of my iPhone 16 Pro Max. That is another device that I have been testing since its release date. But today in this video I want to talk about that what are the things that I have been enjoying about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, because particularly I switched from the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL because that was one device that I did use for about 3 weeks, but soon after using that device I just found out that there were a lot of issues and I had to switch back to my Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. So I want to talk about everything, my long-term review about this device, that how I feel like that this is one of the best devices that you can buy for your buck in this day and time. But now when I originally reviewed this device, my thoughts were that this is a really good device, but it is one step less than any other flagship that we have got in the market. But now as the market has settled down and we have seen the iPhone 16 Pro Max, the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, the latest from the OnePlus smartphone, I just have to say this is one of the few devices that had all the AI features from the starting day, rather than just building on the fake promises and the things that were to be available later this year. So let us just talk about everything in this video, and let us talk about three key main points in this video about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. That is the hardware, the AI features and the stability that really made me switch back from my Google Pixel 9 Pro XL. But let us just start with the hardware changes and the hardware improvements that does really make it a better device from the last years of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 and maybe a lot of other flagship smartphones that we have got in the market in the similar price range. And over here I want to talk about two things, and that is the camera and the battery performance. To a lot of people that maybe is not a major improvement, but trust me, when it comes to the flip devices, I think that this is one of the major things that you might be looking for in a device of this form and factor. But I can say for sure that Samsung has done the best in their possibilities to make it one of the best flip devices that we have got in the market. But let us take a look at this camera improvements on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, because in my opinion this is one of the major improvements that we have got in this device in this year. And despite of a lot of people saying that this is a subpar camera sensor, you would not believe me that most of the videos that I overlay on top of everything that I speak over here, everything is just being shot on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. And in my opinion the video quality, that everything that I have been posting from the past 3 to 4 months, I think so that it is a great improvement over what I was publishing from my Google Pixel 8 Pro XL. Because this thing, despite of this very small camera sensor, again it is a 50 megapixel camera sensor, but maybe the aperture on this one is not the best one in comparison to what we have got in the market. But Samsung has just done some kind of magic to make things work on this camera, and I just love the way that this thing really should. But again we have got this other camera sensor, that is a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera sensor, and this is not a worse one in my opinion, but it is not better than what we had got on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 from the past year. But something that I just really enjoy about this device are mainly two features that I think so even the iPhone 16 Pro Max or maybe other smartphones in the market they should also have. And the first feature is auto framing feature. This feature is available in the video camera settings of the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, and the way that you find out that this feature is enabled or no is that you need to look for this icon in the video mode, and then you can toggle it on and toggle it off, and every time you do so it will tell you that whether this feature is switched on or if this feature is switched off. But what this feature really does is that it looks into the subject, that may be a pet or maybe a human subject, and it just pans in and pans out and look for the perfect angle to do so, and the stabilization on this thing is really great. But the second feature that neither of the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra or the iPhone 16 Pro Max can do is the flex camera mode on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, because as the name suggests, it needs to make sure that the phone is in a bent position. And the best part is that you can use the cover display on this device to be able to make it act like a viewfinder to be able to use this feature. Again this feature works very well when you're taking any kind of photograph, as again it just zooms in and zooms out of the object to take a photograph, and it also finds the best angle with the help of the AI. And in fact, a few days ago when I was visiting to a few places for my anniversary, I did not carry anything else, and I never asked anyone to take a photograph of me and my wife, because all I needed to do was that I needed to put the smartphone at a perfect angle so that I can see myself in the cover screen, and no matter how far I was when I was taking the different shots, I was just able to make a perfect one. And again, this auto zoom feature on this Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, it was able to find the best angle and crop in and out in the best way that it could possibly. So yes, I would say that the photographs that are being taken out of this device are really amazing, but this does not mean that it is a perfect camera, because you would see that in a lot of dim lighting conditions it will have a lot of grain, or even in some of the harsh lighting conditions you would see that it would just mess up with the exposure on the images. That is something that I just did not like about this device. But again, this is something that you need to consider, because it is again a flexible smartphone, and there are a lot of the smartphones in the market, the ones from OnePlus and all the other brands, that might give you a smartphone that is a better one, but the camera would not be as good as what you would find on this flip device. So something again that you need to keep in mind when you just judge that if this device is a better one or a worse one. But if you just feel like the photographs that are being taken out of this device are not really of the good quality, or maybe the HDR is too much, just make sure that you do not have this smartphone in a 50 megapixel camera mode, but just put it around a 12 megapixel one, because that is where you will find the best shots out of this camera system. But now the second thing on this device that I feel like is a major hardware improvement is the battery life, as we now get to see a 4000 mAh of battery. But that might not be the sole reason for a better battery life, because it is really a combination of a larger battery cell along with a vapor chamber cooling to make sure that the thermals are great, along with a more efficient Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor. That all in all, I would say it does help in improving the battery life. But the only downside in my opinion is that the charging is still a 25-watt one versus what we have got in the market, like the 45-watt on the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, or even the iPhone 16 Pro Max. In this day and time, it has got a 45-watt of fast charging. But in my usage of this device in the past 4 months, I was getting roughly about 6+ hours of screen on time, and that is amazing for any kind of flip smartphone that is available in the market. Now on to the other aspects of this device. The fact that this is a clamshell device, it makes it a very easy one to carry. It has got a larger cover display, even though it is not a sharper one. Also, it is a pretty useful device, and to get application on the cover display is with the help of this good lock screen. Again, something that you need to deal with. However, I used to use this device with the cover display a bit more when I purchased this device in the starting, but I stopped doing that after some time. And one of the major reason is that whenever you're trying any kind of video or song, or maybe taking any kind of call with this device that is not in the open state, you would see a lot of vibration. And I just get the point, you would see the vibration because the speakers are pointing inwards, and it does force this aluminum frame to vibrate a lot. And this is again something that I just do not like about any kind of flipping or the foldable device of right now. The next thing that I want to talk about in this video is really about all the AI features that we have got on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. And even though most of these features might not be as useful as what you would want it to be, but a lot of these AI features are there as of filming this video, and there are just no fake promises as what we have seen with this iPhone 16 Pro Max. That is another device that I have been using from the past 2 months, but again, it does not have any kind of AI features or the Apple Intelligence features as of filming this video right now. But let me talk about a few of the features, because we have got a lot of features like the sketch to image feature, or the auto summarize feature, and the ability to rephrase the text on the keyboard the way that you want to in your own personal tone, or maybe a more conversational or a more professional tone, just like what you have seen with the ChatGPT and the Bing platform as well. But also, two features that I just loved about this device is the auto summarize summarize feature, and also the smart select tool that was new for the Samsung Galaxy devices for this year. And auto summarize feature is again something that was introduced with the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, and it is particularly useful for me because sometimes I'm watching a video or maybe I'm in some kind of meeting and I just want to write a few things down on my notes application on my Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, and after I am done with this entire chat or the conversation, I can just summarize everything in the form of the bullets and the points that just makes my life a bit more easier. But the other feature is the smart select tool that basically, as the name suggests, it allows you to capture the screen that you are on, and then you can circle over the image and you can look for the download icon on that image over there, and you would be able to download that particular selected thing in your gallery. Or maybe if it was some kind of text that you highlighted with this smart select tool, you would be able to copy the text with the help of the copy button that you would again see on the very same screen that you captured before. But you got the point, it is very useful when you are sometimes browsing through the internet and you just want to save something for later to be able to watch, or maybe to be able to see, or maybe to relate to, or maybe you just want to make your notes a bit more interesting and you just want to snip something out of some article and to be able to paste in your notes. So everything is possible with the help of this smart select tool. Now another feature that is very useful but I did not end up using a lot is the translator application. And again, I just love the idea that whenever you are talking to someone who does not know your language and vice versa, you can just use the cover display so that the other person is seeing the translated text over there on the cover display and you are seeing the other way around, the translated one on your main screen on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. But also there are some other features that in my opinion are particularly not very useful, and those are the ones that are related to the photo assist feature. This now also allows you to draw around the images that you have already taken to regenerate the things, move the objects, or maybe resize them, or maybe erase them. Howsoever, the possibilities are a lot. But again, there is also this portrait studio feature that allows you to reimagine images and make a new one in a comic style, or maybe in a watercolor style, or maybe something that is a bit more cartoonish. Or you just got the point, it is for the people who just want to get some kind of fun with their devices but not something particularly that is very useful in your day-to-day tasks, but it is still there on the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. And these are the features that are available right now as of filming this video, and this was one of the very few devices that I have seen in the market to get the AI features at the launch rather than just waiting for everything that might be coming later this year, or maybe something that all the other companies are trying to do with their smartphones to run the AI race. But one another thing that I just loved about this Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 over here is the stability on this device. Now when a lot of AI features are being developed and being introduced to these all new devices like the iPhones or maybe the Google Pixel smartphones, the issue is that they are not very much well baked and maybe you get to see a lot of bugs. And because the developers are more concerned about the AI features, they are not just developing the other parts of the UI in the way that it should happen, and you just end up seeing a lot of bugs. But that is not the same thing with the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, and this is much more of a stable device in comparison to something like the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL and even the iPhone 16 Pro Max. That is one of the latest devices that I have been testing. It has got a lot of bugs, and that is without all the AI features that I have been using on all the other devices. But one another thing is that the AI features on the devices like the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, even though that a few of them are a bit more better than the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, but one thing that I particularly loved about this device is that the AI features are just very fast and you just do not see any kind of lag whatsoever in all the AI applications that are being present on this device. That is again something that I was not expecting, because the Google Pixel Pixel 9 Pro XL, they have got a 16 GB of RAM, where 3 GB of that RAM is specifically for the AI task, and that is not the same thing with this Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6, because even though that we have got a 12 GB of RAM, not some portion of the RAM is just dedicated to the AI task on this device, but something again that is available a lot of RAM on this device, along with a base storage that is 256 GB. And even in my test and comparison with something like the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, the storage on this device is really faster than the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and that is why I say that the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 is one of the most stable devices that I have used in this market, at least in the year 2024. And well, now with that said, that was all that I wanted to share about the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6 in this video, and I think that this is one of the most worthy devices that you can buy in this day and time, and especially the fact that this is one of the very few devices in the market that does come with a lot of AI features from day one, and they are not as low as what you would get on something like the Google Pixel 9 Pro XL, and also it is not as expensive as the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, but also this has got a very capable set of cameras and a great battery, and also this is one of the very few smartphones in the market that can just shut close in half like this, and it is a very easy one to carry. So yes, welcome to the future, and this is something that has been started by Samsung, and this is the best implementation of the future that I have seen in this day and time. And that was all that I wanted to share in this video. My name is Anshul. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.